we've decided on the $400,000 price, and that seems to work for you, and I think that's an appropriate price. Are you ready to put me to work for you today at the $400,000 price there?
I mean, that's the money I wanted, but we haven't talked at all about how you're gonna sell my house.
Oh, okay. Is there any specific concerns that you have at the moment, or
It's
anything
just, it's a lot of money for a commission, so I just
Absolutely.
would like to know what I'm paying for.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. And did you have a chance to look over our marketing plan?
I did.
Perfect.
I did.
Did you have any questions on there in particular?
Can you tell me a little bit about the optimal market training
Absolutely.
program?
Absolutely. Other than that, is that your only concern on here, or?
I mean, that's the big. I mean, I didn't really understand that. Like, what if I wanted to list my home on a Monday?
Absolutely. No, I can certainly appreciate that. So let's go over the optimal marketing program.
Okay.
So, we've been in the market for, a long time. We've been doing this for 17 years, and the market always changes. So our marketing plan will change a little bit with the market.
Okay.
And the way things that are going right now, we've kind of developed this plan based on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And have you ever sold a house before?
No, I haven't.
Okay. And in this current market, there's a little bit of demand.
Mm-hmm.
Inventory is a little bit on the lower side.
Mm-hmm.
The buyer pool is really still actively looking, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we try to take advantage of that. And we found that if you list your house in the middle of the week,
Okay.
and you actually have that time to market the home,
Okay.
all while not showing it, you're kind of amping things up for the weekend, right?
Okay.
So that way during the weekend we can kind of squeeze all of the showings into a shorter period of time. A little bit easier for you, right? I mean, if the
that's
showings are
true.
a little closer together.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Well, also what that does is that's gonna, buyers are gonna see other buyers leaving the house. You're gonna see all this activity,
Mm-hmm.
and that's gonna create a little bit more demand because people want what other people want, right?
Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, and in addition to that, if you're getting multiple offers on a house,
Mm-hmm.
we'd like those multiple offers being the same, time frame so that we can compete them against each other.
Okay.
Does that
Yeah.
sound
No, that makes sense.
okay? So, ultimately we find that if they're competing against each other, they're gonna put a little bit more money in your pocket. And I imagine that's what you want at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad about that.
Okay. So,
All right. What about this team approach thing? That's, I mean, you're my agent.
yeah.
So, well, if I hire you, you're my agent. But like, I don't know, little nervous about that.
Yeah.
Nervous about being handed around.
All right. So it seems like you have a lot of questions on this. So do you mind if I actually go through this document?
Sure.
All right. So we're gonna start at the top. I'm gonna skip the optimal marketing because we already went over that, right?
All right.
So the team approach, I can definitely appreciate where you're coming from,
Okay.
and again, been doing this for quite a while.
Mhm.
And I was a solo agent once before, so
Okay.
I've been there, and I can certainly appreciate you wanting to deal with just one person. So as far as the sale goes, I'm your guy. I'm the person that is taking care of you.
Okay.
Call me your concierge. I'm going to be doing all the negotiating for you, etc.
Okay.
But there's only certain things that I'm good at, right?
Okay.
I'm not good at everything, as much as I would love to be.
Okay.
We have people on our team that specialize in certain things, and them specializing on it and them focusing on just those things
Mhm.
make the experience better for you.
Okay.
And I mean, ultimately, I think you want a good experience,
I do.
right?
I do.
So ultimately, that team approach is to make this a seamless process for you,
Okay.
so that I can focus on selling your house and getting the most amount of money possible.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this first little block down below that,
Mhm.
we offer staging advice.
Yeah.
And I know you haven't sold a home before, so you've probably never staged a house before.
That is true.
How familiar with staging are you?
It's not my strong point.
Not your strong point. So, when people are looking at homes, they're, the first thing that they're going to look at is the pictures, right?
Okay. Yep.
And staging is going to, it's kind of really trying to appeal to the masses as far as pictures go and when people get in the home. So we're basically packaging a product for them, right?
Okay.
So we're gonna offer advice to get your home into a position where it's gonna appeal to the most amount of people possible.
Okay.
And we're not gonna have to like buy new furniture or anything like that. It's
Okay.
just moving some things around and,
Okay.
okay? Now, after that, we're gonna bring in a professional photographer.
Okay.
Because again, we talked about that first impression being online, that everybody's searching online
Yep.
these days. So when people are searching online, we want their first impression to be a phenomenal picture. That
Okay.
photographer's gonna do that for us,
Okay, that makes sense.
okay? And so that brings us down here to the open house.
Okay.
Keep in mind, everything that we do throughout this process is designed to draw the people in and get the most amount of money possible. So we're putting it on the market earlier in the week.
Mm-hmm.
We're opening showings up for the open house.
Okay.
We're driving all the traffic to this open house.
Okay.
If you go to an event and you see a lot of people out there at the event,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna think that other people are interested in the property, right?
That would make sense.
Would that, increase your want for the property as well?
Yeah, and it probably makes you feel like you kind of gotta make a decision quickly.
Yeah, you're quickly, and you're probably gonna feel like you need to compete for it, right?
Yeah. Nope, that would make sense.
If you're competing for something, what does that do?
You're probably gonna try a little bit harder, which I would imagine hopefully means paying a little bit more.
Paying a little bit more. So ultimately, we're doing all of these things to get more money for your house, right?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
After that, we go around your neighborhood. We're gonna knock on doors. We're gonna tell your neighbors about it. I know that probably sounds weird.
Yeah, why is that, like, they already live here?
Yeah, they live here, and they're probably not gonna move in, but they know the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
They probably have friends that might wanna move to the neighborhood. They know other people.
Okay,
So, we're trying to reach out to as many people as possible.
okay,
And your neighbors likely know somebody that might wanna live in the neighborhood,
okay,
so,
alrighty.
alright. And have you seen us on social media, Facebook at all or
I
anything
don't
like
spend
that?
that much time on those.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, millions of people are spending their times on
That's fair,
on
that's fair.
Facebook, Instagram, and all of that these days.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a very useful source, not only for advertising the house, but advertising the open house these days. So,
Okay,
any way that we can get more people into the home.
okay,
Okay.
sounds good.
Now, based on what you've heard so far, do you want me to keep going, or do you?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay, awesome. So we have, this next little block here talks about a program that we use called Quickly.
Okay,
And Quickly, have you ever heard of that before?
I have not.
Alright, so Quickly is basically a yard sign.
Okay.
And we're gonna put your property next to the other sign.
Okay.
It's gonna be a little bit smaller,
Okay,
but, Quickly, allows people to text a certain number, and receive information on your property.
oh,
Okay?
okay.
Why is that? Do you know why that would benefit you?
No,
Yeah. So they're gonna find out that information right away,
Mhm.
but not only that, we're gonna capture their information when they text in. So we know who's interested in your house, and we can follow up with them.
oh, great,
So our ability to follow up with them allows us to draw them in and get more people into your home. Does that make sense?
that, yes,
Okay, in addition to that, we're gonna have the regular for sale sign, and I'm sure you've seen those before,
Yeah.
you know
absolutely.
how that works. Of course, when we list your property, we've gotta get it out to realtors, we gotta get, other people to see the home as well.
Mhm.
So we're gonna list it into local MLS service, which we'll get it out there,
Okay,
okay? Now we've got our client relation system.
okay,
Have you ever heard of that before?
I have not.
Sometimes they're known as a CRS.
Okay.
And what that is it basically pulls in information for people that are interested in buying properties.
Okay.
Keeps us organized and gets us to call them immediately so that we can capture them as buyers for a home. In fact, this quickly will feed right into our CRS so that our team can follow up with them quickly,
Okay.
get them the information in the house and schedule a showing to get them interested in your property.
Okay.
Okay?
Alrighty.
And of course, we're gonna get it on thousands of different websites. Pretty simple and straightforward. The last two things that I wanna go over is to create a better experience for you.
Okay.
Now we have showing time. Have you ever heard of showing time before?
I haven't.
Alright, so showing time is a client portal that we use for scheduling showings
Okay.
and showing feedback.
Okay.
What I really like about this system is, alright, I want you to imagine your weekend, your opening weekend, right?
Okay.
7 people call in, they schedule showings, and I call you and schedule those showings with you.
Okay.
There are various times throughout the Saturday.
Okay.
And then Friday comes along, and 3 of those people cancel. 2 of them actually reschedule.
Okay.
How are you feeling about your Saturday right now?
It's gonna be hard to keep track of.
Oh my God, it's actually really difficult. You know,
Okay.
especially if you're having that many showings in that short
Yeah,
period of
true.
time.
Okay. Yeah.
Showing time's gonna keep track of that for you.
Okay.
So you can log right into the app, and it's gonna give you your schedule.
Okay.
The day after the showing, you should be able to log in. It's gonna show you what people are saying about your property. It's all gonna be right there for you.
Okay.
It makes it a little easier for you.
Okay.
And then this last thing, Brivity, is our transaction management platform.
Okay.
This is basically our accountability.
Okay.
So we're telling you we're gonna do a bunch of things.
Mm-hmm.
This is the way that you can see that we're actually doing it. So when we finish something, we put it in here and you can see that it was done.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah. Do you have any questions other than?
No, I mean, it sounds like you guys know what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you ready to put us to work for you today?
Let's give it a shot.
Perfect.
All
Let's
right.
start with some paperwork.
Awesome.